let's be honest with ourselves. Talk shows today kind of suck. What used to be a genuinely cool concept that let viewers back in the day learn more about their favorite celebrities has turned into an overbloated mass of a genre that is dying out due to how we, the viewers, consume media. Or it's James Corden. I'm playing both fields here. But it's not all bad, of course. I mean, over the years, we've had some celebrities go on these talk shows, show a hidden talent or two, get to know their personality. Fine stuff, but overall, it's not great. Where am I to turn to now? Jimmy's failed me. Jimmy's failed me. He's not a talk show host, but I mean, like, Jimmy has failed me. They're not even like a talk show host or a celebrity, but Jimmy's has failed me. I mean, you should say freaky fast delivery, 20 minutes late. I don't know where to turn to anymore. Norway, that's where. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to reintroduce you to the Norwegian musical comedy duo known as Ylvis. That's right, people. Much like how Joji was the original creator of the Harlem Shake video, yes, that's true, look it up. The original creators of the What Does the Fox Say video and song were Ylvis. But just hold up. Who are these guys? And what's their shtick? What do they do? Good questions. And I have answers in today's video. Before I begin the video, I just want to talk about two things real quick. Number one is that I want to thank all of my subscribers who have stuck with me for this long. I haven't posted a video in a very, very long time. I think it was like 11 months or so, unless you're counting YouTube Shorts, and that was like last month. Yeah, it's been a while since I posted any videos like this, just because it's a lot of work for me and my schedule. But I appreciate you guys waiting so much for another one, and I'm very happy to be making it for you guys. So just thank you. Thank you so much for waiting. And number two, I will be saying a lot of Norwegian words in this video, and I don't know if you can tell, but I'm a stupid American, and I can't really pronounce those right most of the time. So this is my forward, this is my warning, this is my apology, all wrapped in one, letting you, the potentially Norwegian viewer, know that I'm trying my best, and I'm not perfect. Okay, if I mess up something in this video, please let me know in the comments below with a witty remark on how stupid of an American I am. Thank you. Let's start at the beginning. Ylvis is a comedy duo comprised of the Ylvis brothers, Bård and Vegard. Born and raised in Norway, the brothers grew up learning how to play instruments and sing, and later continued these musical escapades into high school. After high school, the brothers started traveling around doing some shows, picking up some traction before they were eventually asked to perform in a show called Ylvis, a cabaret, which there isn't much on, so yeah, I can't really tell you much about it. But this was a big deal for Ylvis, as they were put on the radar of a local talent agent named Peter Brandt, and 6 months later, he got them a sequel show called Ylvis, a concert. This, however, unlike the cabaret, has stuff on it. Actually, an entire full-length documentary called Ylvis, a television program. I think you're noticing a pattern now, hopefully. This documentary does an insanely good job at showcasing how talented these guys were at such a young age. Released in 2004, the documentary, aptly named Ylvis, a television program, features a crew following and interviewing the boys as they go about their day before performing later that night. Intercut between these talking head interviews are some of the clips of their performances, and dude, this stuff is just, it's crazy. Just look at this.
Give me land, lots of land from the starry skies above. Don't fence me. Play the funky music, white boy. Play the funky music, right. Play the funky music, white boy. Lay down the boogie and play the funky music till you die.
They also added jokes in between their sets, which is like my sense of humor to a T.
Hvem som helst. Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson.
The The brothers say there wasn't any specific theme to the concert, they just chose songs that they wanted to sing or would be fun, which I totally vibe with. It's honestly worth a watch just for the performances alone, but the interview sections also tell you a lot about these guys. You can see how they react to their new star-studded lifestyle with having to put on makeup and getting writing assistants, but also how the show is constantly draining them, with constant interviews and so much planning to be done. It's an interesting look into how these guys think and their life before superstardom. Anyway, this launched them into the stratosphere with their music careers, as well as getting them a pretty popular and successful TV career as well. They actually have a pretty decent list of TV shows that they've worked on or hosted that are pretty well received by Norwegian audiences. And I can totally see why though. A lot of this stuff is just super fun and funny and interesting to just watch, and I can sit down and be entertained by these guys for hours on end. While I was making this video, I got sidetracked a lot. Now I'm going to run down each one of their shows, kind of explaining what they're about, how long they ran for, and how well they were received by audiences. Most likely Norwegian. I don't think any sane Americans are watching Norwegian television. I am not one of those, sadly. Their first show, or Norway's Most Delightful, came out in 2007 and had one season before it was rebooted again in 2010 for one season. The gist of the show is that Bård and Vigard would go around Norway, Scandinavia, Finland, and Denmark and interview interesting people with weird hobbies, collections, or some other fun oddity. As the episodes each week would air, viewers would vote on who their favorite person was to crown them the Norges Hergeliste, okay? Or Norway's Most Delightful, alright? I tried. There, I attempted. On IMDb, the show has a 7.7 rating. Their second show, Ylvis Motorvägen, or Ylvis Meets the Wall, aired in 2008 and had only one season as well. If you were wondering, yes, it is literally just Ylvis-themed hole in the wall, and I think that's awesome and super cool. We need this back in America, please. Also, this single show led me down a rabbit hole of the original game of hole in the wall called Brain Wall, which was originally in Japan but has moved out to like every single country on the planet, and every single country on the planet has its own version of hole in the wall. That's another topic for another video, but I just thought that was interesting. Next is Hvem kan slå Ylvis, or Who Can Beat Ylvis, which started in 2009 and has 8 seasons, but was later continued by Norwegian skiers Kjetil A. Admont and Lasse Kjus. I tried. The show had Bård and Vigard team up to beat a team of celebrities in fun challenges for prize money. The show also doesn't have a rating, so I assume it didn't do great, or it's some sort of licensing thing that wasn't correlated well enough. Either way, moving on. Now we're on to their most popular and important show, I Kveld med Ylvis, or also known as Tonight with Ylvis for English speakers like myself, which has a total of 5 seasons spanning from 2011 to 2016 and has 71 episodes in total, which is a gigantic jump from their older shows, which is pretty nice. Now we're going to take a break from this list here because we've been talking about it for a while, but also because this show single-handedly introduced us to an indie song sensation. You know, it's kind of low-key underground. You may have never heard of it, called The Fox, or if you can't say names correctly and don't know what you're saying half the time, what does the fox say? Anyway, Tonight with Ylvis is a talk show where the brothers have on guests and showcase skits, songs, and other little experiments they made with their extra third member, Kalle Helveng Larsen. While the skits are fun and crazy and everything, the most enjoyment I get out of their show is the music. Obviously, because they have it in English, and I don't know any Norwegian celebrities other than these guys. So, sorry. For the third season of their show, the brothers decided to promote it by using a song and a music video. They uploaded this music video, being The Fox, to the Norwegian Discovery Plus channel on September 3rd, 2013, and then the internet exploded. What was meant to be a terrible, silly song about the unknown sound that a random forest animal makes blew up the internet for some unknown reason. It's because it's a catchy song. We all know that. In only 24 hours, the video had received 74.6 million views, which is like 2 more views than this video is gonna get, right? It doesn't matter. It's not a competition, guys. It's like Whose Line. The points don't matter. The video now stands today as having a view count of 1.1 billion views. I feel like everyone and their grandma knows what The Fox is and can probably repeat like some part of it, you know, like wow, pow, 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 pow. We all know what it is, so I don't have to really explain it to you. But even if you've never seen it before, there's a link in the description, or you can click the thingy up there that'll take you to the video so you can watch it for the first time ever. You plebeian, you co-worker type energy, get out of here. This video got a ton of eyes on the boys and their show, and even got them on appearances around the world and on talk shows. Hey, look, they're talking to that evil lady from Finding Nemo. I hope that's the only time they share any sort of screen time with a controversial figure of any kind. Hope that never happens again. It even got so popular that the guys released a children's book based off of the music video. To say the song wasn't a gigantic hit would be the understatement of the decade. And speaking of decade, the song turned 10 years old last year. It's 11 now. Time is a cruel mistress. Before I stop talking about Tonight with Ylvis, I first want to talk about my top 5 favorite Ylvis songs that they had on their show. Because these songs, all of them, bangers.
And I know bangers. I know bangers.
We're going to go down that list right now. Number 5, The Cabin. A pretty alright song about Vigard seducing a woman to spend a weekend with him in his dinky cabin and exposing its faults while singing about it. Fun song, but I don't think it's necessarily the best. Still good though. Number 4, Acapella. A song done completely with voices, as is the definition of acapella. The song is about teaching the wonders of acapella by helping a young boy beat his bullies. Hilariously enough, the song kind of bashes acapella in a tongue-in-cheek kind of way. The music video also has them drinking this fictional soda called Bootaloo Wop, which is like, you know, the thing that acapella singers say. And I thought it would be funny if I had, you know, Bootaloo Wop for the video, like I bought it. But I didn't know it was fake and not real and made for the video. So you get me drinking Mountain Dew Code Red instead. Is it funny? Is the joke still funny, guys? Number 3, Trucker's Hitch. The brothers show off their tying skills with this song as they both learn to tie the trucker's hitch, supposedly the greatest knot of all time. This song taught me something, and I like learning, especially when it's in song form. Good song. Go listen to it now. Number 2, Stonehenge. Vigard asked the question that philosophers, historians, and pretty much everyone else has been asking for hundreds of years.
What's the meaning of Stonehenge?
This one gets stuck in my head constantly and does make me question, what is the deal with Stonehenge? Who thought that was a good idea? Number 1, Jan Egeland. If you don't know, Jan Egeland is a Norwegian diplomat and politician. Wait, why do you know that? And I'm not sure that this is true. This is all just from comment sections across the internet of people discussing it. But the boys one day got hate mail from a guy complaining that they didn't send Jan Egeland a happy birthday message, and in response wrote this entire ballad about the man, and it's so good. It's just so good. Like, tell me that this does not go hard, dude.
When this world is hell, sending Jan Egeland.
Tonight with Ylvis ran for 5 seasons, 71 episodes, and has a 7.1 on IMDb. Great googly moogly. Moving on from Tonight with Ylvis comes the next show in the lineup, which is the boys' first attempt at writing any sort of musical, which is my personal favorite, Stories from Norway. Stories from Norway released in 2018, and its genre is kind of a triple threat. It's got a comedy element, it's a musical, and it's a documentary all at the same time. Along with actual interviews and narration, Bord and Vigard help tell these stories through comical recreations and musical numbers throughout the episode, and sometimes play pivotal characters. Now, a lot of the news stories that they talk about seem pretty uninteresting on paper. I couldn't care less about the world's most expensive diving board, but when they sing,
He's a man who makes it bigger, God can make it stronger. Everything is better with craft. What you need is power to maximize the talents around.
I am invested now. Plus, the comedy is top notch. It is still my sense of humor to a T.
We made this simple drawing.
And the worst part is, we only get 7 episodes. That's it, dude. 7 episodes. And 2 of those episodes are part of one story. So in actuality, 6 stories of Norway. The show ended the same year it began and has an 8.2 rating on IMDb. I don't think it was because of cancellation or some other factor. I think that was the plan from the start, was to do 1 season and be done with it. But I would love to see more of this show if they were willing to do it. I mean, heck, bring it to the US. Get Lin-Manuel Miranda on it. I don't care. I just want more of this, please. Ylvis and The Fox debuted in 2019 and is based on the British game show Taskmaster, where British comedians would face off with one another by doing specific tasks given by the host or taskmaster. This show's interesting for the fact that the brothers didn't host the entirety of the show. They only were participants in the first season, and then later in season 7, which came out in 2023, was Board hosting as the taskmaster of that season. The show has a 7.3 rating out of 10 on IMDb, and it is still on today. However, Board is not hosting. He is not the taskmaster any longer. He was only for season 7. So what's the point? Why would you even watch this show? Then there's a show called Ylvis and Song, which came out in 2022 and stars their third brother, Björte. The goal of the show is to write 8 songs in 2 weeks for a concert that is being hosted in their hometown of Sogndal. I watched the first episode and it looks like a lot of fun. Just guys being dudes, dudes being guys. Good stuff if you ask me. It's got an 8.7 on IMDb. And last but not least, we have Ylvis mot Ylvis kampen om guten plat, which roughly means Ylvis versus Ylvis, battle for the golden plate. It's a musical competition game show where Board and Vigard are each given a team of Norwegian celebrities and train them to compete in fun challenges.
Mother was a mailman and I'm a police. I never stopped to want to go to Greece. Oh yeah.
The current IMDb score is 6.7 out of 10. Now I don't know if you heard, and why would you? You've heard nothing about Ylvis up until you watched this video, but a while ago there was rumors floating around that Board had actually died. Obviously he isn't dead, but when viewers of the Norwegian channel VGTV tuned in to see Board laying in a coffin, they were rightfully and justifiably shocked, and rumors began to spread. I mean, this is pretty somber imagery, right? Like, I know what happens, and even I'm a little depressed looking at this. But don't worry, because 5 seconds later into this clip, there begins a choir that starts to sing "What Does the Fox Say?" And it is gold.
But there's one sound that no one knows. What does the fox say? What does the fox say?
The fact that Board still has a straight face throughout this entire video is killing me. That is the funniest part of the video for me. The brothers also appeared in a Super Bowl ad last year for Uber's membership program, Uber One, and it's a pretty fun commercial. It's about jingles and, finding a perfect jingle to sell Uber One, and it would be a perfect commercial if it wasn't for one guy, one person, who we're not gonna talk about. I think the brothers are insanely talented and insanely funny, and I wish I could watch them every step of the way, except I'm here in America, they're in Norway, and that kind of gap is difficult to bridge. If only there was some sort of VPN that I could purchase that would allow me to watch region-locked content across the globe, even in Norway. Maybe even a VPN from Norway. But that doesn't exist. Don't go looking for that. That's not real. It's probably a scam. I implore you to check out all their different channels, things they've made in the past. There's a couple videos of re-uploaded footage here on YouTube that you can just browse and look at your own leisure. Maybe even watch the documentary I showed earlier. Even if you think these guys aren't your thing, or they're not great, they're not funny, they're not talented, whatever. But you gotta give credit where credit is due. These guys wouldn't have a career for 24 years if they were just mid or okay or one-hit wonders. If there's one thing to take from this video, be creative. Do creative things. Always be creative. I don't know, man. Does every video need a message? I just made this because I like Ylvis. Thank you so much for reaching the end of the video and listening to me ramble about the Ylvis Sakir brothers for however long this video is. I really appreciate it. I also appreciate all my subscribers again for sticking with me for this amount of time that I've been away. But yeah, if you like what you saw, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, leave a comment on how bad my pronunciation of some Norwegian words were. Big thank you to the channel Star Chaser for having a ton of Ylvis footage for me to use in this video. Mostly everything you've seen has been from them. Also, huge thank you to the channel Hobby Huberisten for having all of the footage from the Ylvis, a television program documentary. That was also an insanely good find, and I really appreciate them having that. Go watch those videos if you want to see more of these guys in a format that has English subtitles. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye! See you when I see you. Bye-bye! Okay, but hold up. Who are these guys, and What's their whole shtick? Who are they? I said that twice. Who are they? Who are they? And better yet, who are they? Before I begin, I just want to say that. How did I screw that line? I'm so bad. Okay. Before we begin, I just have 2 things. It's 4 things. This launched them into the stratosphere. Team Rocket blasted off again. They're dead now. Or if you're an idiot who can't pronounce words correctly, that's mean. That's not what I meant to say. Low key, underground, down low, down under. But why? You can't make me do that, mate. No, why? Did you laugh? Is the joke good? Oh, it's good. That's in my nose. That ain't too bad. My first time really having Code Red Mountain Dew. Number 3, Truckers Hit. That's 4. Number 3. Okay.